Hey everybody, so what happened to Alibaba on the 24th? I was wondering because I'm working and I see that Alibaba shows up on my oversold searches, and I have set up an automatic scan in Thinkorswim where I have my oversold and my overbought stocks that are shown up automatically as on a weekly chart. It detects them, so it shows up on here, and I'm wondering what happened. I wasn't paying attention. I'm reading the news, and so something happened, an antitrust thing in China. They're gonna look at them, and they're gonna see what the heck they've been doing. You know, this e-commerce, this Jack Ma guy, you know, companies doing things, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna see a video that I found that I think it's interesting, but I think this is a great buying opportunity. It might be. So right now I'm looking at a three-year chart and a weekly chart, and we're talking, you know, Alibaba was in 2018, 2017. It was around $200. Now think back. You know, this company has been it's pretty much stagnated between 180, 160, 180, 160 for like 3 years. So we might want to see what's going on here, because I think we might be getting a buying opportunity here. So let's watch this video on the news of what happened, and we'll be able to understand what might have happened.
This morning, our top corporate story: China opening an antitrust investigation into Alibaba. And for that, we want to get right to Eunice Yoon, who joins us this morning for evening in Beijing. Eunice, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew. So today, the country's top market regulator said that it's opening an investigation into Alibaba for alleged monopolistic behavior.
It's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing that they were going to do with Amazon. And what happened? We're still waiting. And everybody says, oh no, they're monopoly. And I have made so much money on my Amazon shares since I owned them back last year that, yeah, there you go.
What's known, especially here as a common practice, as pick one of two. So this is forcing merchants to work only with the e-commerce giant as opposed to any of its rivals. Separately, Ant Group was called in for a discussion, summoned to talk about fair competition and consumer protection. So all of these moves come at a time when Jack Ma, only a couple of months ago, had made a fiery speech where he was highly critical of the regulators, and also at a time...
I gotta say, this guy's a little crazy. I don't know if you guys have watched the interview between this individual and Elon Musk, but I recommend you watch that, because there is a huge thing where both of the guys had a debate, and I think it's pretty interesting, and it tells you a lot about this guy.
Beijing, and in particular the Xi Jinping administration, is looking to exert more control over private industry, ostensibly to weed out some systemic risk. So there's been a lot of talk now today about what the potential impact could be on Chinese tech. Most people here are saying that they expect the enforcement to come into play, that a lot of the larger Chinese tech companies are going to face several potential penalties, such as everything from slap on the wrist fines to...
All right, so I want to talk about these things. This is exactly what happened before, when they were the Democrats tried to do the same thing with Amazon, and you know, there's an antitrust going on. Google, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, saying that they are monopolistic companies. But look at this, right? I haven't looked at the numbers in terms of the specifics, but if they get fined, fine, that's okay. It's probably going to be a very small percentage of their profit, okay? Their actual buying power that they can get. Business model changes, yeah, I mean, they could get some kind of like, you know, hey, you got to change your model. That's probably not going to happen. I think what are they going to change? They're going to change their business model? Yeah, that might hurt them a little bit, but it's really not going to let them go away. And the VIEs,
demands for restructuring of their business model. And then the nightmare scenario that's been discussed is a possibility to the end of the VIE structure, which is a structure that allows foreign investors to buy into some of these Chinese tech firms. So a lot of discussion here, a lot of concern. But one thing that is the saving grace, at least discussed here among Chinese tech folks, is that these Chinese tech companies, at the end of the day, are important to Beijing because Beijing wants to have national champions. And we saw that reflected in the state press when the official People's Daily, very soon after this announcement came out, had written up how, though it's in favor of this investigation, that the purpose of the investigation is only to have better development of the online economy as opposed to anything else.
So guys, in my opinion, and this is just my fair opinion, okay? You do your own research, you do whatever you want. I think this might be a buying opportunity. I'm setting up an alert if it hits 210. And why I'm doing this is because if it hits 210, I'm going to buy a little bit. Okay? I'm probably going to put 1 or 2% of my portfolio, but I'm going to buy a little bit. Now, if it hits 100, if it's 200, I'm buying more. And if it hits 186, I'm putting everything that I was intending allocated to that stock. It could be $1,000, it could be $5,000, it could be $10,000, whatever you want to put. But make sure that you understand that what's going on. And I think you have to take advantage of the opportunity in the long term. This company is not going to go anywhere. It's one of the biggest companies, they're the biggest guys in China, Beijing, like you heard. And I think this should be a buying opportunity. I have them marked here. If it hits 210, I'm gonna buy some. But again, guys, I think this might be a little bit of noise. Yes, there might be something going on in the sense that it can hurt them a little bit. It might hurt them somehow in a way that they change their business models and the foreign investors, like they talk about the VIEs and things like that. But I think at $200, this is a great stock to buy. So again, this is what happened. I think that we should keep an eye on this, add it to the watch list. I think this is important to pay attention in the next couple months. But when things are getting to that oversold area, I like to buy because I think you can make money. So folks, that's it. There you have it. Those are my alerts. 210 if it hits that one, I'm buying. 186 if it hits that one, I'm buying. So I hope that you like this video. Thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you later.